is Monica with Mississippi Glam, and today is actually my day off from vlogging, and I'm pretty bored, so I decided what better time to do something wild and crazy. So I decided to put on this shirt, which is actually my Santa's Little Helper shirt that I wear every year for Christmas, and my hair is looking insane. Why? Because I am going to attempt to do a Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad makeup look. So yeah, it's gonna be something, but hopefully everything turns out a-okay and I don't look like a crazy person. So I think what I'm gonna do though with this video is, because I do kind of sort of want to talk about some of the stuff that I'm using and all that, I am going to talk through it. There might be some scenes where I'm like blending out stuff. I will just speed it up, but I do want to talk that way I can tell you like why I'm using a product or what I've seen or what have you. So first off, I went ahead and washed my face and put my hair up in this crazy little pigtail thing. For one, I wanted to see if my hair could even go in pigtails, and it's in an A-line bob, so one side looks longer than the other, but that's okay. That's neither here or there. Alright, so I've already washed my face and I have moisturized it. So what I'm going to do now is use this Baby Skin by Maybelline Pore Minimizer. It's a pore eraser. Same thing. So the reason that I'm going to use this is because she has a very porcelain-like skin complex. So I'm going to use that to, of course, cover up all my pores. Because as you can see, I'm kind of broke out, so we don't want any of this stuff popping up or peeking through. And it does help when I find that I'm broke out. If I use some of this on there, I go one way like in the circular motion, go the other way. It does help when I put on my foundation, hide it. Same thing with the pores. If you go in one direction, you go in the other direction. It helps fill them in. So I'm just going to put this all over, just like so. And it's best to give it a little bit of time to actually sink in and do its magic. But we're kind of crunched for time, so we're just going to let it sink in as long as we can and jump into the next thing. So for foundation, I'm actually going to be using a really, really light foundation. It's hard to tell right now because of the lighting, but I have got a little bit of tan from over summer. But she, like I said, she almost looks very porcelain-like, so she's very, very pale. So I'm actually going to use one of the palest foundations that I have, which is the Maybelline Fit Me. And this color, what color is this? What color is this? Oh, it's actually called porcelain. Huh, well, go figure. Okay, well, anyways, I'm going to use this for our foundation. So I do not like this bottle. I've said it in like my other videos. I do not like the shake, finger, dab. But yeah, we're going to use a lot of this. I can tell you now, because we want to cover up everything. And, I mean, there is nothing like peeking through on her skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put on my foundation. And like I said, I will speed this part up because you don't need to hear me talking through this whole thing. I mean, it's basic foundation application here. So I'm just going to put all this on and blend it out. Now that we look as white as a ghost, we are going to go in with some concealer so we can cover up everything else and kind of give it just one just blank kind of canvas pretty much. Plus, like I said, you cannot see anything, no redness, no marks, no nothing on her face. So I'm going to go in with this Maybelline Master Conceal, and this is I think the lightest color they have, which is Fair. So we're actually going to go in with this and conceal a lot. what feels like too much on, and it took a million years to blend it out, we are going to go ahead and set that with a powder. So we're going to use this NYC Smooth Skin loose face powder. So I'm going to use the same sponge that I just used on my face. I'm going to get kind of a lot. Try not to get it all in your eye or up your nose. Then we're going to dab it all on what we just put on our face to set it. You can go for a tan Harley Quinn. I'm not. I'm trying to stay as true as to the photos from the video that I've seen. You can go tan if you want to go tan. Like I said, I'm just trying to stay as true to the stuff that I've seen. So that's why I've chose to use very, very light foundations and stay kind of pale and stuff. So anyways, we're going to just set all of this face with this really, really light powder. Okay, now that you have powder absolutely everywhere, great, good job. So, judging by the pictures that I've seen online, she obviously has one eye blue and one eye red. So, we're going to go off of these pictures. So, I have my Coastal Scents 88 eyeshadow palette, which has a lot of bright colors in there. So, as you can see, there is many to choose from. So, by the colors that she has in this picture, I'm going to use this blue and this red. So, try to find something as close to it as possible. So, alright, what we're going to do is get our little brush. Let's see here. Aha. Yes. So, judging by this picture, her left eye is blue. So, I guess we'll start out with the blue. This kind of makes me nervous, to be honest with you. Really, really nervous. I better just hold this phone because I like to see what I'm doing here. Now she doesn't have it all the way up, so we're not going to go all the way up. She only has it down here on her lid. And in this picture, she has some dragging aside, so we will try that once we get the lid looking the way that we want it to look. And I also see that she has it elongated just a little bit, not only her shadow, but it looks like her eyeliner. So we'll kind of just follow that too, not too much. But she has it just kind of, just honestly like right here. So we'll try to mimic that. So if you see me keep looking down, I'm looking down at my phone to see how she has hers, because that's what I'm going off of. I have yet to see the movie. My twins would love to see the movie, but it is not even close to being appropriate for them, and I'm not even sure if it's appropriate for me. Not even sure. Probably not, but you know. Anyways, ever since like back in the day, I knew that one of these days I would end up doing an eye blue and an eye red. I don't know. You could just feel it. Okay, so she has, like I said, it drug down a little bit right here, so this is not going to be very fun because I don't like this part. I'm trying to use whatever I have left over on my brush without having to pick up much more to drag it down. Not very fun, because you could very quickly mess this up. It's really dark right here in the corner, and then it like just lightly goes down, almost like as if she's been crying. So we'll leave it like that for right now, and then once we finish everything up, if we want to darken it, we'll come back and darken it. But I'm gonna wipe my brush off, and then we're gonna do the other eye. I know some people are like, finish one eye. Yeah, well, that's not the way I roll, okay? So I'm wiping my brush off as best as I can. I might have to actually swap brushes, but we'll try to make this one work. And then the next eye is red, so we're going to go in with that red and just do the same thing with elongating it. Concentrating on the lid. Concentrate and then just kind of bring it out. The good thing is her makeup, it doesn't look picture perfect, so if you mess up, you can definitely either use it or fix it real quickly. Because I mean, hello, she's in the Suicide Squad. Like she says, she's a bad girl. Hello. Bad girls don't take millions of years to fix their makeup. Do you think when they're in a battle, they're like, oh, is my mascara running? How's my lipstick? Did it smear? No, they're not. Anyways. Okay, we're going to elongate that a little bit. We're going to come down with it because she has the same thing on the other side. So, I'm going to come down with it a little bit, and then we're going to kind of start fanning it down. Which, like I said, you got to be very careful, because you could really mess this up, like, in 2 seconds. You could go from looking, oh, that's not bad, to holy chola. We're going to kind of just bring that down. Okay, so that part is done. Now I see that she has, I should have just took the lock off here. Okay, I see that she has a little bit of like a brown, kind of golden coppery looking color above that. So we're going to try to just use this color right here for it. Just to kind of blend it out just a smidge to add up there. Okay, so she doesn't have like a brow highlight or anything. I'm going to just put a smidge of that like right there, just because I feel naked without it, but not too much because she doesn't have that. So, she has her top and her bottom lashes with what looks to be a dark black and kind of grayish brown at the bottom, so we're going to try to do that. She's going to take a black and do the top lashes here. Tap that off so all the excess hopefully falls out. And hopefully I can see what I'm doing here. And then she has, like I said, it kind of elongated like out here. So we're going to go with that same look. Yep, and then she brings it all the way into the end corner, so. Bring it all the way in to all the way out. And it's not super, super black, so you don't have to worry about getting it like just perfect. Same way, I'm going to take a little bit different color when I'm doing the other eye and do the bottom waterline there. Okay, so we're going to wipe that off, and then we're going to go in with a bit of a, this would be more like a coppery brown looking color right here. And we're going to do the bottom lashes, well, the bottom lash line. I mean, the idea for this, I mean, I know all you girls, like, you want to look cute. Okay, I get it, I know, but sometimes you just can't. Smudge that out just a bit. Okay, now we're going to do the other eye. I mean, to me, when you do these, it's all about fun. You know, like when you decide to do this for Halloween, to me it's not necessarily about looking cute. I know some girls, you're like, I want to look cute. I get it. But to me, it's just more of staying true to the character. Maybe adding a little bit extra, but not, you know, like taking it and trying to glam it up. Even though you totally could. I mean, totally. Okay. So, let's see if she has any liner on the bottom lashes. And she doesn't. So, we'll kind of leave it with that. And we'll go ahead and put on some mascara. So, I'm going to curl my lashes for this just because it would look kind of silly to me if I didn't. And you could add lashes, but I'm not going to add lashes just because she's not wearing them. It's kind of natural. It's just, I don't know, that's the way she looks in the picture. So, I mean, but you could totally add some lashes and spice this up, like, especially if you're going to, like, a Halloween party or something. Totally up to you. But I am using the blackest mascara I own, so, yeah. And you might have to go in, once you've curled your lashes and fix, because I can see my eyelash curler has taken away a little bit of the black right there, so you might have to go back in and fix that a little bit, but that's okay. And if you're going to be at a party all night, you might want to consider using maybe liquid or something, not eyeshadow, but I'm not going to. I feel like the liquid would be a little too intense, but you might want to keep your makeup on for the evening. I'm probably going to wear this around my house for the day and wait for my husband and kids to come home and then take it off. Okay, pretty good. So I do see in the picture though that she does have her bottom lashes done, so we are going to do our bottom lashes. Kind of part of her wide eye look there. So I'm kind of making mine look kind of really long and wispy, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to go back in with that black and fix those couple of lines up there before it drives me insane. Okie dokie. Now, we're going to do our brows. And see that she has a very dark brown part, but anyways, in her brows. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to try to follow mine as much as I can, but I see that right here, hers kind of start to arch and go down, so I'm going to work with it there, but you don't have to do yours, just so. And they're not very perfect, her brows. They're just, honestly, they look pretty normal other than being dark for that type of blonde hair, but you know. Whichever. And then they start to kind of go down. And they're not pencil thin, so you don't have to do pencil thin. Just trying to follow her shape as much as possible. Hers are a little on the thicker side. That's okay. Okay. Okay, pretty good. over a little bit past where mine start to arch. And then we'll start to bring them down. And don't worry, I have not forgot about the blue and the red over here. We're going to get to that. Okay, so you don't want to go like too crazy. Just kind of want the definition there and to kind of balance out some of this color, this darkness. Okay, so we're going to take our little eyebrow spoolie or brush here, whichever one. We're just going to kind of straighten that out just a little bit so it looks a little bit more natural. And so the next part, I guess, would be, and she doesn't really have any contouring on her face, which kind of drives me insane because I love to contour, but we're not going to do that. So I guess we're going to go ahead and try to go in very carefully and make these red and blue lines a little bit more pronounced. So, but I don't want to go too crazy because, like I said, you can mess this up in a heartbeat. So we're going to just try to make it a little bit more pronounced. Like I said, it looks like she's been crying, so I'm kind of doing like little wiggle marks in different little areas. Because she looks almost like she's been to battle and she's been crying. Okay, we're going to wipe that off, and then we're going to do the red. Which, I'm scared. Okay. Alright. And then we're going to move on to the lips. So she has a very bright red. So we're going to make our bottom just a teensy tiny bit bigger than our top one. I'm going to start out lining my natural lips, and then I'm just going to kind of overdraw them a little bit. Okay, so for the lipstick, I have chose two to kind of go in between. These are Wet n Wild, and I'm using Spotlight Red. So we're going to see how that looks, because her lip is a very bright red. Unfortunately, I don't have that bright of red, so we're going to have to make do. So what we're going to do, because I don't have that bright of red, is we're actually going to take the red from our palette here, and we're going to take our finger and we're going to dab it on top of that to make it even brighter. So the same red we used for our eyes. Make sure you swap fingers when you're doing this. You don't want to stick in your eyeshadow. Okay, wipe my hand off here. All my fingers are all red. So what I'm going to do next, get all my brushes off and stuff, is actually just a extra step, but you totally can if you want to. I'm going to take a contour palette, and this is by e.l.f. And the shade in here that I'm going to use is almost a like white. What I'm going to do with that is take a brush. I kind of lost a little bit of that when I used that concealer, so we're just going to go and kind of lighten it up a little bit and kind of help make it even more a little porcelain-like. Because I can see certain things on my skin just kind of peeking through. So, if you had any foundation fallout, this would, not foundation, if you had any eyeshadow fallout, this would be great to kind of fix that. Let's see how we look. Oh, okay. And then once you've finished all that, you will see on her cheek, which will be on her left side, she has a heart. I absolutely positively stink at drawing. To show you guys a little trick, I have where I already practiced earlier, a little heart on the back of my hand here. So I'm going to just color that in with a eyeliner. Couldn't think for a minute. I'm going to color that in with a eyeliner, just like that, and then I'm going to stamp it to my cheek. Okay, so you can kind of see it a little bit. Now you can take your eyeliner and go in there and kind of draw it out from where you stamped it. Ow. Okay, like I said, I'm not the best artist, especially with drawing on my face. Like, that is not even, yeah. But you can always take a little brush and try to fix that, which we probably will, because that will drive me insane. So I'm going to take a little bitty brush, a little bit of concealer, and try to fix this just a little bit right here. That looks more like a heart. It's probably not going to work too well. And then that little spot, we'll take our eyeliner again and just fix that. Okay, so we have done that, and you can write rotten on your face. I'm not going to write that on my face, just, you know, just because I can't. I can't. So anyways, that is pretty much it. You can take your hair and put it in pigtails and leave it like this if you want, or you could take it if you have shorter hair. In one of the photos, she has her hair like this and it is curled at the bottom, looking blue. It's like a little nub there. You can do that, or you can just leave it curled yourself, or you could go as far as getting a wig or getting some extensions or what have you put in. I'm not going to do that. And if you don't want to dye your hair, you could always put makeup in the bottom ends of your hair. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is take some of my blue that I used for my eyes on a big brush, and I'm going to kind of just paint it on the bottom ends of my hair. I'm not sure when I take the picture if I'm going to leave it like this or I'm going to put it in the little like pigtail thing below, but I'm just kind of painting it on there. And I know you guys are like, well, how am I going to get this out of my hair when I'm done? You can use Dawn dish soap or, you know, shampoo it out, obviously. I don't like those sprays that you spray in your hair at Halloween time, so that's why I'm not messing with those, just because it is really, really hard to get out. So if you want a really dramatic look, you know, it's fine, but to me it's always been like Halloween's been like on a Wednesday, and I've had to go somewhere the next day, and I'm not going to be walking around with blue and then red hair. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So you can take that and it will wash out. You might have to use a little bit of like maybe Head and Shoulders, a little bit of Dawn. Might take you a couple washes, but anyway, so I'm putting blue there, and then I'm going to take the red and do the other side. You can even take your fingers, but I feel like the brush just works better. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on the other side. Wipe off your brush. These are really great cheap little brushes by e.l.f. And when you do things like this, because I don't like to use my normal more expensive brushes, they work excellent. So yeah, so we're gonna just paint this side over here just like we just did that one. If I can stop putting it all on my hand, keep putting it on my hand. It's gonna take you a little bit, but you get the idea. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll show you guys the end result. Guys, I'm finally done messing with my hair. Like I said, if you guys are looking for just a quick, easy, non-permanent, crazy look for the next day at work, way to give your hair that little red and blue color, eyeshadow works great. You can wash it out. Like I said, it might take a couple of washes. Use some Head and Shoulders or some Dawn dish soap, and you should be good to go. But this is the finished look. So very quick and easy. I think it came out really, really good. I think it came out better than I imagined. I feel really, really white, and it's kind of hard to believe that I used to use this foundation. Kind of scary, but anyways, pretty easy. Hope you guys didn't mind me talking through like the whole video other than like a few sped up parts. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you guys would like me to do another video, I'm kind of sort of trying to get Dale to agree to do the Joker. Let me paint him up like the Joker from Suicide Squad. I think that would be really cool. One year I was actually the Joker in a nurse's costume for Halloween when the twins were like little. One of them was Batman and the other one was Superman. I was the Joker in the nurse's costume and Dale was the Scarecrow. So yeah, good times. But let me know if you guys want to see another video. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to catch not only my daily vlogs, my cooking, my crazy channel, fun, whatever, just everything. Just subscribe. Alright, well, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.